I'm Jane Helliso of the University of California Press, and I have here today Carlos Castaneda, the author of Teachings of Don Juan. But I'm assuming that most of you have read the book. You all look like you have. So I think I'll just turn it over to Carlos and let it go from there. Carlos?
Okay. Maybe you'd like to ask me something that you want to know.
About Don Juan.
The way I got to know was very, it's a very fortuitous type of affair. I was not interested in finding what he knew, because I didn't know what he knew. I was interested in collecting plants. And I met him in Arizona. There was an old man that lived somewhere around there in the hills that knew a great deal about plants. And that was my interest, to collect information on plants. And we went, when this friend and myself, we went to look for him. And we were misguided by the Yuma Indians. And we wound up in the hills and never found the old man. It was later on, when I was at the end of this first trip that I made to Arizona, at the end of the summer, and I was ready to go back to Los Angeles, that I was waiting in a bus stop, and the old man walked in. And that's how I met him. I talked to him for about a year. I used to go and visit him. Periodically I visit him because I like him. He's very friendly, very consistent. It's very nice to be around him. He has a great sense of humor. And I like him very much. And that was my first guiding thought. I used to go seek his company because he was very humorous, very funny. But I never suspected that he knew anything beyond the being knowledgeable in the use of plants for medicinal purposes.
Did you have a sense that he knew how to live?
No, I didn't. I thought he was fine. There's something strange about him. Well, anybody could tell that. There's something very, very strange. There are two people that I had taken down to the field with me, and that they know him. They found that he has very haunting eyes when he looks at you, because most of the time he's squinting sort of, and you don't think, he seems to be shifty. You would say that he's a shifty-looking man, because he's not looking. Except sometimes when he looks, whenever he looks very forceful, you could acknowledge that he's looking at you. And but I never knew that he knew anything beyond that. I had no idea. When I went to do my field work, I parted from the point of view that I was the anthropologist, of course, doing the field work with the Indians, that type of thing. And that they were, I was the one who knew most everything. And they didn't. But, of course, that was a great culture shock to find out that I didn't know anything. It's a great feeling, that of really arriving. It's a sense of humbleness. Because we're the winners. We're the conquerors, And whatever we do is great. It's logical, it's magnificent. We are the only ones who are capable of anything noble. That's in the back of our mind. We can't avoid that. We cannot avoid that. And whenever we tumble down from that stand, I feel it's great.
What country are you from?
I'm from Brazil. I was born in Brazil. My grandparents are Italian.
Do you still think that he manipulated you into the last part of your book into the situation in which you were supposedly in danger of losing your soul?
Well, there are two explanations. I prefer to think that he was cueing me It makes me feel comfortable to think that this was an experience resulting from his manipulation of social cues. But maybe this witch was impersonating him. Every time I am in UCLA, of course I defend the position that he was manipulating me. That's the coherence, cogent to the pursuit of academia. But whenever I am in the field, I think they were impersonating him. and that's incoherent with what takes place there. That's it's a difficult transition to make. If you are going to be dwelling in a university, if I will be a teacher, if I know that I'm going to be a teacher all my life, one could say anything, you know, and it's nice. But I may wind up again in the field very soon. Well, I made up my mind. I am going to go back maybe at the end of this month, and I'm very serious about that.
Could you describe the nature of your communication with Don Juan since you wrote the book?
We're very good friends. He's capable always to baffle me by hitting me. He never takes anything serious. I am very serious in the sense, like, I think that I have withdrawn from this apprenticeship. And I'm very serious about that. I believe that I have.
He doesn't believe it.
No.
Do you find that your approach to reality or whatever is any different since meeting Don Juan? Or how do you see reality?
Yes. Very different. Very different, in fact.
In what way?
Well, I don't take things too seriously anymore.
Why did you write the second part of your book?
Why? Essentially, I'm concerned with rescuing something that has been lost for 500 years because of superstition. We all know that. It's superstition, and it's been taken as such. Therefore, in order to render it serious, to go beyond the elation, but there must be something that could be distilled from the elation period. And to me, the only way to do it is by presenting it seriously in the format of the social discourse. Otherwise, it remains in the level of the oddity. We have in the back of our minds the idea that only we could be logical. Only we could be sublime, noble. Somehow I feel, maybe I'm speaking for myself alone, but that's the ethnocentric character of our action. In social science, you see that. Every social scientist goes to the field loaded with the idea that he's going to examine something and know. And that's absurd, I think. There's no... So, in that sense, you see, I cannot escape that. Yes.
Don Juan, in the book, it mentioned that he asked you never to reveal the name that Masquerito gave to you, or to reveal the circumstances under which you met.
Yeah.
Yet you wrote this whole book relating Don Juan's knowledge to anyone who would read it.
I asked him about that. I wanted to know before I ever endeavor in writing something like that. I asked him if it was all right. I didn't reveal anything that was not permitted. I didn't. I was interested in the logical system. It's a system of logical thought. It takes a long time. It took a long time for me to discover that this was a system as exhaustive as the best presented in the world, in my world. But this what is appealing is the order. And whatever I reveal in it has nothing to do with the things that were, let's say, taboo. I reveal only the order, only the system, so as to make us realize that the Indians are very, very tenacious. They are persistent people and as intelligent as anybody.
Why did you leave?
Why did I leave? I got too frightened. There is this assumption and all that, I think, that we could give ourselves agreement that this is real. I'm sure that many of you must have taken psychedelic substance like LSD or something like that, and the distortion that you suffer under the influence of psychedelic is accountable by saying, I'm seeing such and such and that, or this and that, because I have taken something. That's in the back of our mind, always. So anything could be, let's say, accounted for in a strange way. But whenever you begin to lose that security, I think that's time to quit. Yeah, that's my feeling.
But you haven't really quit.
That's the problem.